Once again, welcome sa week 11 ng ating computer application for the workplace and integrated software application. So, ang topic natin ngayon ay tungkol sa creating and entering simple formulas in Microsoft Excel. Okay? So, so we have an overview here. Sabi nga, goodbye calculator kasi uh, hindi mo na kailangan ng calculator kasi nandyan na yung Microsoft Excel. So, Excel is a great for working with numbers and math. In this course, you'll learn how to add, divide, multiply, and subtract by typing formulas into Excel worksheet. You also learn how to use simple formulas that automatically update the result when values change. After picking up the techniques in this course, you'll be able to put your calculator away for good. So since nandyan na yung computer natin, so yung calculator natin wala na. So nandun na meron na yung Microsoft Excel as our calculator because ang Microsoft Excel tumatanggap siya ng mathematical operation. Okay? Functions. Yan. To get started, imagine that Excel is open and you're looking at the entertainment section of a household expense budget. Okay, so mayroon tayong ano dito, example, under C6, okay, so nung past lesson natin, alam natin yung mga parts, kaya ano ba yung C6 na tinatawag, so sa may sa Excel, sa working area or sa workbook. So yan. C6 is in the worksheet is empty. Yan, nakita niyo yung may circle na red. The amount spent for CDs in February has not been entered yet. Okay, so CDs and amount of CDs under February, so hindi pa na compute. So in this lesson, you'll learn how to use Excel to do basic math by typing simple formulas into cell. You'll also learn how to total all the values in a column with a formula that updates its result of if values change later. So yan. Under C6, okay? Under column C, C6. Yan, column C, row 6. Yan. The two CDs purchased in February cost $12.99 and $16.99. Yan. That is for CDs. So, ibig sabihin, pag in-add natin yan, yun yung magiging sale niya sa CDs for the month of February. Okay, under CD. The total of these two values is the CD expense for the month. Okay, and you can add these values in Excel by typing a simple formula into cell C6. But before that, bago mo i-type yung value o yung number, ano ba yung kailangan natin na unang i-type natin para ma-determine ng Microsoft Excel or ng spreadsheet na yung tinatype mo ay formula. Okay? Yun yung wag nating kalimutan ay yung equal sign. Okay? Yung equal sign kasi doon dinidetermine ng Microsoft Excel na yung ini-input mo na value is a formula. Di ba? Kaya huwag kalimutan na i-type yung equal sign bago yung mga operation. Okay? So yan. So paano gawin? So type equal sign 12.99 plus 16.99, then press enter. Yan. So, press mo lang yung enter at yung total niya, yan, nandyan na, 29.98. Di ba? 12 plus 16, yan. Oh, yan. Press enter to display the formula result. Okay. If you wonder later how you got this result, you can click and in cell 6 anytime and view the formula in the formula bar. Yan. Near the top of the worksheet. So pag gusto nating ilabas kung ano yung formula na nagamit o yung ginawa natin, ano yung ginawa natin, i-press or i-click mo lang sa may C6, yan, column C, row 6, at lalabas dito sa formula bar yung formula na ginamit natin. Okay, yan, number 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, ganun kung paano mag-input ng formula sa Microsoft Excel. Yan, begin with an equal sign. Yan, use other math operators. Ano pa ba yung mga ibang math operators na pwede natin gawin? To do more than add, use other math operators as you type formulas into worksheet cells. Okay. Excel uses familiar sign to build formulas. As the table shows, use a minus sign to subtract, an asterisk to multiply, and a forward slash to divide. Okay, so remember to always start each formula with an equal sign. Yun yung huwag niyong kalimutan, yung equal sign. Kasi kapag walang equal sign, babasahin niya as a value lang, hindi yung formula. Okay, value or data, yun ang babasahin niya pag walang equal sign. Pero pag may equal sign, babasahin niya yan as formula. Okay? Yan. So to total all the values in a column, yan, or to add up the total of expenses for January, you don't have to type all those values again. Okay? Instead, you can use a pre-written formula called a function. Okay? Equal sign, sum, yan, or the summation, yan. So, pwede naman na di ba highlight lang natin yan. Highlight lang, then meron yung summation din ito, number 1. Yung summation sign na yan, or sum. Okay? Highlight lang natin yan hanggang sa may total, then click the sum sign. Diba? Then, ang lalabas yung total niya, or totals for the month of January. Yan. To get the January total, click in the cell B7. Yan. Click in the cell B7 and then on the home tab, click the sum button or summation sign in the editing group. Yan. A color marking surround the cell in the formula and the formula appears in cell B7. Okay? Yan. So, yun, ganun lang kadali. Mas madali na kaysa sa calculator, di ba? So, pag yung calculator, isa-isahin mo yan, tinatype yung 52.98, 7 plus 90.98, 16.00. Pero ito sa Microsoft Excel, sa pag-add, yan, automatic, i-highlight mo na lang, then click the sum or summation sign. Okay? Yan. Pwede mo namang i-manual yan. Equal sign, tapos type mo yung sum, open parenthesis, B3, yan, kung saan nagsimula, and colon B6. Yan. B6, yan. Under column B hanggang from B3 to B6. Then close parenthesis, then press enter. Ganun lang. Pwede mong i-manual, pwede mo naman na automatikin na ano yan, i-add, di ba? Yan. Okay, so to get the January total, click in the cell B7 and then press enter to display the result. Yan. So, yun yung kumbaga tawag doon, yung sum niya. Okay, yung sum. Yung answer niya. Okay. Oh, ito nga equal sign sum. Okay. By using the cell reference, yan, yun yung ibig tawag doon, B3 to B6. That is a cell reference. Instead of the values in those cells, Excel can automatically update result if values change later on. Okay. The colon sign in B3 and B6 indicates a cell range in column B, row 3 through B6. The parentheses are required to separate the argument from the function. Okay. So the B6 colon B3 colon B6 is the information called the argument. Okay, that tells the sum function what to add. Yan. Sometimes it's easier to copy formulas than to create new ones. Okay, so how to copy a formula instead of creating new one. So kung parehas lang naman yung formula na ginagamit mo sa iba, why not na kopyahin mo na lang, 'di ba? Gaya ng yan, yung under total from B6 o B3 to B6, pwede mong ikopya sa may column ng February. Okay? In this section, you'll see how to copy the formula you use to get the January total and use it to add up February expenses. Yan. First, select cell B7. Yan, yung total under B7. Yan. Then position the mouse pointer over the lower right corner of the cell until the black cross appears. Yan. Nasa gilid ng cell. Okay, yung black alam nyo kung kaya napapansin nyo yung box na yon, yung box na maliit. Yan, tingnan nyo yung mouse pointer ko. Yung box na maliit, position mo lang yung cursor o yung mouse pointer mo, then makikita mo na magiging parang positive sign lang siya, yung black positive sign or black cross. Then dyan, i-click mo lang siya, then i-drag mo kung saan mo gustong i-copy yung formula. Okay? Drag the fill handle, yon. Fill handle yung tawag sa maliit na yon, no, na box. Yan, ito. From the cell B7 to cell C7 yung tapat niya. Okay, under C7. And release the fill handle, the February total appears in cell 7 automatic kasi yung formula ng from B3 to B6 kinopya mo na sa C7, automatic yan na yun din ang susundin niya na formula. Okay? Yan. Okay, the autofill option button appears to give you some formatting option. In this case, you don't need formatting option, so no action is required. The button disappears when you next make an entry in the cell. Okay? Yan. So, meron tayong suggestion for practice here. create a formula for addition. So, kung gusto niyo gagawa kayo ng sarili niyo, 'di ba? Kung sabi ko nga pag present tayo kaya pinapanood niyo 'to, naki-join kayo sa group o sa classroom, yan dapat meron kayong laptop para yung mga ginagawa natin lalo na laboratory. Yan. O pwede niyong sundin or sundan yung steps. Okay? Create a formula for addition. So you are going to enter a numbers into cells, columns, or row, and create other formula. So pwede kang mag-addition, yon under sa mga numbers na ginawa mo, and add up a column of numbers and add up of rows of numbers. Yan, pwedeng isa-isa lang, pwedeng group, columns, or rows, numbers. Yan. So explore, yun yung tinatawag na explore. So nandyan naman yung first lesson natin pa lang, nandyan na yung mga example niya. Yan. Use cell reference or references. Yan. Cell reference is a example yung A10 refers to values in the cell in column A and row 10. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng A10. Yung A10 and A20, cell A10 and cell A20. Yan. So pag may column naman, the range of cells in column A and rows 10 through 20. Yan. B15 to E15, the range of cells in row 15 and column B through E. Yan. A10 to E20, the range of cells in column A and through E and rows 10 through 20. So yan, yung cell references identify individual cells or cells ranges in column and rows. Cell references tell Excel where to look for values to use in a formula. Yan. Suppose the 11.97 value in cell C4, yan. Value C4, yan, was incorrect. A 3.99 video rental was left out. Yan. Excel can automatically update totals to include changes values. Yan. Once na nag-change kayo ng values dito, yung sa may total, kumbaga, mapapalitan din automatically. Okay? Tignan natin. To add 3.99 to 11.97, you will click in the cell C4 type the following formula into the cell and then press enter. So, kapag ganyan, dito sa may total, under total, mapapalitan din yan. Okay? Yan. As the picture shows, when the value in cell C4 changes, Excel automatically update the February total, yan, yun na sinasabi ko, in cell C7 from 126.93 to 130.92. Yan. So, ganun din sa iba. Kahit dito sa column B, under January, so kapag nagpalit tayo ng value dito, mapapalitan din yung total niya. Automatic na yan. Hindi na kailangan na i-add pa ulit. Kasi yung formula nandun na. Okay, so automatic na papalitan yung total. So other ways to enter cell references. You can type cell references directly into cell, or you can enter cell references by clicking cells, which avoid typing error. Tama. Okay? Imbes na tinatype mo isa-isa yung mga numbers, yan yung mga figure. So, pwede mo naman i-click na lang. Okay? Click mo lang basta huwag kalimutan yung equal sign. Di ba? Yan yung lagi nating tatandaan. Pwede nating i-click yan. Example, kasi hindi naman natin ma-highlight yan as 1. Ang gusto lang natin yung may mga values na gusto lang natin na i-add. Example, yung C4 at saka yung C6. Yun lang. So, nalampasan niya yung C5. Yan, yung movies. Pag-addin mo lang yung value of video rentals at saka CDs, yun na yung yun yung total lang niya ang kukunin natin. So, ibig sabihin hindi naman natin pwedeng i-highlight na na may malampasan. Hindi. Kundi click lang natin equal sign tapos sum, then click lang natin. Okay, pag i-add mo na lang plus C4 plus C6. Yan. Then press enter. Basta may equal sign. Yan. So imagine that you want to know the combined cost for video rentals and CDs in February. Yan. So yun yung sinabi ko kanina. So pwede mong i-manual na i-type. O hindi mo i-manual na type as it is na ita-type mo yung 1.5.96, no? So by using the mouse pointer or using the mouse. Yan. Okay, so since C4 at saka C6 yung pinag-add mo, ang yung sum niya is 45.94. Okay, so nakuha mo na yun. So yun nga, pag gusto nating tingnan yung formula para yan, click lang natin yung sa may total niya, then makikita natin sa may formula bar. Okay? So meron din tayong mga konting information about how this formula works. Okay? Yan. The arguments C4 and C6 tell the sum function what value to calculate with. The parentheses are required to separate the argument from the function. The comma, which is also required, separates the argument. Yan. Or reference type. Now that you've learned about using cell reference, it's time to talk about the different type. The picture shows two types, relative and absolute. Okay, relative reference or references automatically change as they copy down a column or across a row. When the formula C times $D$9 is copied from row to row, in the picture, the relative cell reference changes from C2, C5 to C6. Yan. So, ganyan yung relative reference. Absolute reference are fixed. They don't change if you copy a formula from one cell to another. Absolute reference have dollar signs like this. Yan. $D, $9. As the picture shows, when the formula C4 multiplied to $D, $9 is copied from the row to row, the absolute cell reference remain as $D, $9. Yan, absolute. So, remain. Magre-remain siya. Yung isa naman, pag enter mo yung formula, automatically change yan as your type or copied down a column across row. Yan. Meron din tayong tinatawag na mixed reference. Okay, has either an absolute column and relative row or an absolute row and relative column. For example, $A1 is an absolute reference to column A and a relative reference to row 1. Okay? As a mixed reference is copied from one cell to another, the absolute reference stay the same but the relative reference changes. Yan, ganun yung mixed reference. Yan. So how to use the absolute cell reference? You use absolute cell reference to refer to cell that you don't want to change as the formula is copied. References are relative by default. So would you have to type $, yan, as shown by callout, 2 in the picture to change the reference type to absolute. Yan. C4 times D 9, yan, D9, yan, or $D, $9. This under D9. Yan. Say you receive some entertainment coupons offering a 7% discount for video rentals, movies, and CDs. How much could you save in a month by using the discount? Yan. So itong mga ano to, yung mga example natin nito, ito pwede niyo gawin yan sa mga laptops niyo. Okay, type niyo lang yung mga ano, yung mga datas, yan, yung mga values, then yung mga sundan niyo lang yung mga formulas para makita nyo yung exact output niya. Yan. So you could use a formula to multiply those February expenses by 7%. Yan. Yung D9, 7%. Yan. So equal sign C4, click mo lang yung C4 pag nag-type ka ng equal sign, then asterisk, then yung cell D9, then press enter. Yan. Okay. Yan. So under cell reference, meron din tayong mga suggestions for practice. Okay, type cell reference in for a formula, then select cell reference for a formula, use absolute reference in a formula, add up several result, and change values and totals. Okay, so ganun lang yung ano natin. Yan. Simplify formula by using functions. Okay? Yan yung mga average, maximum, minimum, yan from largest number, the smallest number, and an average. So pag naglagay tayo, nag-input tayo mga numbers dun sa Excel, pwede nating kunin yung average niya, yung pinakamalaki, yung pinakamababa. Okay? So yun, example sa mga ano natin, sa mga grades, example sa mga grades, pwede nating kunin yung average doon from first quarter to fourth quarter. Okay? Yan. So anong pwede nating ilagay? Okay, paano gamitin yung mga average? Example, find an average. Yan. Example sa mga values na dati nang nakuha o na ilagay, na compute, pwede na nating kunin yung average niya by typing equal sign. Then sa may average, yan, number 1 dito. Click lang natin yung sum, yung arrow key or yung arrow down. Then may lalabas na mga operators, kumbaga yung sum, average, count, numbers, max, mean, marami yan. Okay? Then i-highlight lang natin yung kung ano yung gusto nating kunin yung average niya, then press enter. Yan, to display the result in cell D7. Okay? D7 yung tapat ng C o ng row 7. Okay? Find the largest or smallest value, the maximum and the minimum. So ganun din. Equal sign, mean, okay? Or kung maximum or yung largest, equal sign tapos type mo lang yung word na max. Then highlight mo kung ano yung range ng cells or ng row o kaya ng column. You can type or drag your mouse pointer, then press enter. Yan, to display the result in cell F7. Yan. Ganun lang kadali ang Microsoft Excel. Okay? Ganun din yung pag minimum yung kukunin mo, the same function or the same formula, equal sign, mean naman yung ilalagay mo. Minimum. Okay? The max function finds the largest number in the range and the min function find the smallest number in the range. Okay? Yan, ito. Okay? To find the smallest value in the range, you would click min in the list of press and then the list and press enter. Okay, the smallest value in the series is 131.75. Yung pinakamataas. Kasi 0.95, 0.90, 0.80. Okay, that is the smallest. Yan. So, print formula. Paano naman natin ipiprint yung formula? Yan. You can print formulas and put them up on your bulletin board to remind you how to create them. Yan. But first, you need to display the formula on the worksheet. Yan. Yung maginamit natin na formula sa mga sa mga values, sa mga datas natin. So mayroon tayong dito sa may menu, sa ribbon, show formula. Okay? Under formula auditing. Pag show formula mo, lahat ng mga formula na ginamit mo dito sa workbook mo, ilalabas niya, then yan. Makikita mo doon kung ano yung mga operation na nagamit. Okay? Then, click the Microsoft Office button in the upper left corner of the Excel window and click print. Okay, yung nasa taas sa may tawag doon. Microsoft Office button. Okay. Then you can also press Control plus to display and hide formula. Yan. So what's that funny thing in my worksheet? Sometimes Excel cannot calculate a formula because the formula contains an error. If that happens, you see an error value in Excel instead of a result. Yung number sign or for number sign. The column is not wide enough to display the content of the cell. To fix the problem, you can increase column width, shrink the content to fit the column, or apply a different number format. So pag may nakita kayong ganyang yan, yung mga number sign na yan, pag may nakita kayo dyan sa may formula nyo o kaya sa worksheet nyo, ibig sabihin, yung isang cause nito, hindi sapat yung column width ng ng row. Okay, yung ng cell. Column width ng cell. So, pwede nyo i-adjust yan. So, adjust the column width. Yan. Dito, click nyo lang ito. Napag-aralan natin yan on the previous lesson. Kung paano i-adjust yung column width, column height, row height. Yan. Okay. So, kumbaga drag and drop lang siya. Okay. Ito naman yung number sign tapos ref. A cell reference is not valid. Ibig sabihin nun, cells may have been deleted or pasted over. Kumbaga, may ibang laman yung formula o yung values mo, yung mga data na in-enter mo. Yung hashtag name question mark naman, you may have misspelled a function name or use a name that Excel doesn't recognize. Yung formula na ginamit mo, yung data na ginamit mo, yan, yung format na ginamit mo, baka hindi kilala ng Microsoft Excel, yan, pwedeng mangyari ang ganyan. O kaya ganyan yung lalabas sa cell. Okay? So, yun yung mga yun yung mga funny thing in the worksheet. Kumbaga, hindi naman natin inaasahan yan o kaya hindi naman sinasadya na mangyari yung mga errors. Pero kapag may na-encounter kayong mga ganyan, so tignan nyo lang yung mga formula at saka yung mga ini-input yung mga data, mga values. Yan. So, okay. So hanggang dyan na lang yung ano natin sa formula, basic operation ng Microsoft Excel. Okay, so maraming salamat at yung ano natin, sana nakatulong to sa module nyo, sa pag-answer nyo ng activity. Okay? So, yan, maraming salamat at God bless.